The landmark hotel in London shimmered in ivory and gold. Its grand ballroom held 500 guests drawn from the highest tiers of British society, members of parliament, minor royalty, hedge fund magnates, titled families whose surnames opened doors. My sister Charlotte's wedding to Lord James Petton was the final triumph of our mother's 30-year campaign of social ascent. A title, a country estate, entry into circles she had worshipped from a distance. I stood near the coat check, watching the guests arrive in couture gowns and tailored suits, each one a symbol of Charlotte's victory. This was her coronation, and our mother intended to savor every second. "Eleanor, there you are." My mother rushed toward me, champagne silk rustling as she grabbed my arm and pulled me behind a marble column. "What are you doing standing where people can see you?" she hissed. "I'm waiting for the ceremony." "Well, wait somewhere less visible." Her eyes flicked anxiously toward the entrance, where the Petton family greeted guests. "We don't need questions." She turned to an usher. "Keep her away from the important guests." The usher nodded, mortified. "Mom, I'm not unemployed." "You're between positions, dear." "Same thing." She smoothed her dress. "Charlotte has worked far too hard for this match. Don't embarrass us." Charlotte appeared then, radiant in her custom Vera Wang gown, flanked by bridesmaids from prominent families. She didn't look at me. "Is she hidden?" she asked our mother. "Behind the column." "Good." Lady Petton asked about family. I told her Eleanor was traveling for work. "Let's keep it vague." Charlotte finally glanced at me. "Please don't talk to anyone important." They swept away. The ceremony at St. Margaret's was flawless, historic, dignified, rehearsed. Charlotte and James spoke vows heavy with legacy and tradition. I sat in the back row, far from family seating, positioned carefully outside every official photograph. My phone buzzed. 6 missed calls. 8 texts. All marked urgent. I slipped outside and returned the call. "Eleanor Morrison speaking." "Thank God," my senior advisor said. "The Chinese delegation just walked out of the G7. They're threatening to withdraw from the entire trade framework. The Prime Minister is returning to London and needs your analysis immediately. I'm at my sister's wedding. He's on his way to your location. He saw it on your calendar." My stomach dropped. "And Eleanor, security noticed your seating placement." He wasn't pleased. The reception was underway when I returned. Chandeliers glittered. Orchids cascaded from towering centerpieces. Charlotte and James presided from a raised head table. I found my seat. Table 23. Behind a decorative screen near the service entrance. One guest squinted at my place card. "Are you family?" "I'm the bride's sister." "Oh." A pause. "Charlotte never mentioned you." The speeches began. Then my mother rose. "Not all children make us equally proud," she said smoothly. "But Charlotte has never disappointed." Eyes drifted toward table 23. Then the orchestra stopped. Security entered. And behind them, Prime Minister David Harrison. Silence crushed the room. His gaze locked onto the decorative screen. "Eleanor." He crossed the ballroom, past aristocrats and dignitaries, straight to table 23. "I need the Chinese trade analysis immediately." He looked around once at the screen, the head table, then back at me. "Why is my chief economic advisor seated here?" He turned to the room. For those unfamiliar, Eleanor Morrison designed the post-pandemic recovery framework that saved 3 million jobs. She negotiated trade agreements worth £40 billion. The Chinese delegation requested her personally. My mother went pale, and someone thought it appropriate to hide her behind a screen. He faced me again. "We'll use the hotel conference room." As we left, whispers exploded. Phones came out. Names were searched. 90 minutes later, the crisis was resolved. "You've just saved 2 years of negotiations," the Prime Minister said. "And hundreds of billions." He studied me. "How long has your family treated you like this?" "Most of my life." He shook his head. "I've dealt with hostile governments who showed more respect." "You don't have to go back," he said. "I won't." By morning, the headlines were everywhere. Prime Minister crashes wedding to retrieve advisor hidden by family. Photos told the story. Table 23, the screen, my mother's toast. Charlotte's perfect society wedding became infamous. 2 weeks later, Charlotte wrote to apologize. I filed the letter away. Some relationships don't survive that level of dismissal. I didn't need their approval. I had shaped national policy, earned the respect of world leaders, and mattered long before anyone thought to look behind the screen.